Hi guys, this is Vishokat. I'm back again with another video for you guys. Today's video is going to be a very special shout out to one of my favorite authors who has made reading a very pleasant experience for me. बहुत सी दफ़ा we pick up a book, हम उस book को पढ़ते हैं and then by the time we are done with the book हम भूल जाते हैं कि हमने उस book में क्या पढ़ा था, क्योंकि उस book में जो था that was for the sheer experience of reading. लेकिन कुछ बुक्स और कुछ ऑथर्स ऐसे होते हैं, you read them and you are like, oh my god, this is a different take. This is not what I knew about. Even in a fictional stories. One such author is Mr. Federick backman that I'm going to be giving a shout out to. The reason I'm going this video particularly for Mr. Federick backman is because he has written books on life lessons in a fictional stories, and I feel like after reading them I have become a better human being. I mean, I have gotten better at life क्योंकि Federick backman की जो books हैं, I will be discussing with you the books, his work in today's video. लेकिन इसकी books पढ़ने के बाद आपको ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे आप इस ज़िंदगी को थोड़ा बेहतर तरीके से समझना शुरू कर दिया. I mean the emotional take, emotional nuances, psychological take on life, relationships in life, the family dynamics. I mean, जिस तरह से Federick backman presents in his books, it's very unprecedented, unlike any that I have read from any other author. So I decided why not I share his work with you all so that you may have the same experience I have. So without any further ado, let's talk about his work and the words of wisdom that are contained in his books. So the books I will be discussing with you in a manner is not actually the manner that I prioritize them. I mean, कोई भी book number 1, number 2, number 3 नहीं है. हर book is a masterpiece in itself. हर book has got a unique experience, and आप उसकी कोई भी books पढ़ेंगे. I'm going to be sharing 4 of his books. लेकिन इन 4 of the books में से आप कोई भी book pick करेंगे या पढ़ेंगे तो आपको एक different experience मिलेगा, and you are going to love these books. When I read these books, I loved each one of them. I gave each one of them 5 stars. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so one of the very first book that I'm going to be sharing with you all is actually the first book that I read by Mr. Federick backman. And this book is a very unique book. The storytelling is very different. This book starts on a very depressing note because Mr. Ova, the main protagonist, suffers a tragic loss in his life, and he is trying to find ways to kill himself. And each time he tries to kill himself, stuff gets in the way. Sometimes a neighbor, sometimes a cat. So to keep him from taking his life and thus allowing him to live another day. I mean, वो जब भी खुदकुशी करने की कोशिश करता है, something happens and then he has to postpone it for another day, and the stuff happens. I mean, during the book, the situations, the banter, the communication between the characters, there are only 3 characters, a cat, Ova, and there is another character of a neighborly lady. I mean, these are the only 3 characters, but the story is woven around them in such a profound way. This book will make you cry. This book will make you smile. I mean, this is a very unique experience. I mean, Mr. Federick backman is known for writing stories on life, on life lessons, and what it really means to live a life in a very meaningful and profound way. So if you have not read this book, please pick it up. I mean, this will open a gateway for you to a great reading experience. So I highly recommend this book. So this book is yet another masterpiece by Federick backman called Anxious People. So this book is actually a very easy one to recommend to anybody, because anybody, no matter what age you are going to love that book. This book is very profound yet so full of humor. I mean, the story of the book is that there are a bunch of people who are trapped in a bank as hostages, and there is a robber out there, but the situation has gone completely bad. So how they navigate that situation, what happens, the communication they make with each other, the situation they come across, I mean, this book will make you cry, this book will make you laugh, just like any of Frederick Backman's book, but this book will make you think. Like what kind of choices you make when you are caught in a situation, in a very life-changing situation. So this book is a very good social commentary on situations we often come across in life, and how some people actually take things into their hands because they are so forced to take things into their hands. So highly recommended if you are interested in that kind of a subject. Story writing is amazing, the premise is amazing, situations are hilarious yet profound and full of thoughts. Highly recommended from my side. Alright, so the other book is Bear Town. Bear Town is actually a fictional town in Sweden, and Bear Town is known for its hockey team, and hockey is a big thing for them. I mean, people in Bear Town live for hockey, die for hockey. I mean, their main business, they are everything about hockey. So what happened is that during like one of the tournaments, one of their key players actually rapes the daughter of the general manager, and due to the consequences, the whole town falls apart. And so this book actually deals with, you know, this norm of victim blaming, rape culture, and what happens, you know, when the town gets divided, when people start to take sides. So this book is actually a social commentary on all of that victim culture, victim blaming, victim shaming, and if you are willing to stand, how far are you willing to go to stand for what you believe is the right thing. So I think this is a very thought stimulating, emotionally charged, and a very profound, meaningful book that presents a social commentary on all of that topics. So if you are interested into one of those stories involving that, highly recommended for you. Right, so the last book from today's video is the latest book that I have read by Federick. My grandmother asked me to tell you she is sorry. I mean, this book is a very emotionally triggering book. So look for the trigger warnings before you pick this book up. This book is about Elsa, a 7-year-old child, and her grandmother, who is 70 years old. I mean, Elsa, the child, is actually a very different kid. She is not like any other kids. She is not normal. She is a different kid. And so she is bullied at school. She is viewed as a different individual. So she doesn't have any friends. So her grandmother becomes her only best friend. So the life lessons shared by her grandmother, I mean, are just amazing. This book is a social commentary on what it feels like and what it means to be different in a society which doesn't celebrate being different. So if you like that kind of books which are emotionally and spiritually profound in their nature, you will love this book. I mean, and the blurb, you know, I would definitely like to read out to you the blurb at the back of the book, which actually sums up this book in a very profound way. And it says that this book is full of heart, hope, forgiveness, and the embracing of differences. Elsa's story is one that sticks with you long after you have turned the last page, and this is so true. Highly recommended. So thank you very much for watching this video.